Right, good afternoon everyone, welcome back to the channel, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're all doing well wherever you happen to be in the world right now. Today I'm going to be making a slightly different video to those I usually make. I'm going to be responding to someone who made a comment on one of my prior drip videos. I believe it was the one I made on Thursday or Friday. I was just going to respond to him in the comments section, but I thought it would be easier and I'd be able to do so with more clarity were I to do it in a video format, so I could get my point of view across more clearly. Before I get to that, I'll quickly go over the cryptocurrency market just to see how things are looking. We've got a market cap of $1.16 trillion, which is still decent. We're up 0.16% over the last 24 hours. 24-hour trading volume is fairly low. It's only $32 billion, so not much trading action happening at the moment. Bitcoin dominance is 46.4%, currently trading just shy of $28,000. The whole market looks fairly flat, to be honest with you, other than XRP, which is up 21% on the week, 25% nearly on the week. Solana slipped out the top 10 again. BUSD has gone back in. Biggest rises of the last 24 hours. Nothing really worth talking about. It's a fairly flat day, to be honest with you. Excuse me, I needed to drink there. Right, so let's get on with what I wanted to talk about. So I made this video 3 days ago, and I'm not going to watch it. I got a comment from this guy, Lane Gaming. His response was, so much for decades of trading experience. You said at the end of March, drip would be at 18 cents. Yeah, right. He's right. I did make a video about 3 months ago where I said if drip did carry on with its current trajectory, it would be at 18 cents at the end of March. Before I go to the charts to talk about what I meant when I made that video, I'll go to this guy's channel, because I'll be honest with you, when you get like a comment like that, you sort of want to dislike the person. But unfortunately, I got to his channel and I looked through some of his videos and he actually seems like a decent person. Like, he's an okay dude, like his content's okay and he seems like a nice person, so I've got nothing against him at all. So I can't just, I'd love to be able to say, oh, he's a prick, he doesn't know what he's talking about, but he's actually a nice bloke. He makes decent videos. He's a positive person. So I can take comments and criticisms from someone like that all day long. I'll even link his channel down below. So I recommend subscribing to him. If you're into drip, he's a nice person. His content's quite good. So nothing against the bloke. I'm just responding to what he said.
Right, good afternoon everyone. Welcome back to the channel.
This chap below, Jonathan Rosario 5777, says, facts Lane, I've bitten my tongue with this dude, positive vibes only, LFG Lane, we deserve this. Now, I'm not going to say anything against Jonathan Rosario, because I'm not going to say anything against anyone ever again. I've had to change my outlook on life over the last few months. My youngest child was diagnosed with autism not long ago. He's high functioning, so he's a clever little boy. But I'm trying to bring him up in a manner whereby he treats people with the respect they deserve. And same with my oldest child. It's, I'm trying to conduct myself in a manner that I would like my children to conduct themselves in. So I'm not going to say anything bad against Jonathan Rosario. All I will say is, Lane, is that you haven't bitten your tongue with me. You've left a myriad of comments on a lot of my videos insulting me and saying, unpleasant things to me. In response to you, I wish you no harm. I don't know your backstory. I don't know what's going on in your life, but please don't say you've bitten your tongue with me, because you haven't. You've said a lot of things to me, but I don't care. I wish you no ill will. I wish you all the best. And as for Lane Gaming, his comment is reasonable. His content's decent. So like I said, I recommend subscribing to him. And I'll go over the rationale as to why I said that drip could potentially be at 18 cents and why I don't mind that I was wrong. It's not happened. I'll go to the charts just to quickly show you how I reached that conclusion. I believe when I made the video, I can't remember the exact date, but I went back to when drip was around $5 and I did some just simple maths. It was, let me just measure. So it did actually fall down to, it did hit my first target, so I was right, 33.33%. You can see it was down 94%. From $5, so it was losing 40% a month, and I said if things carried on with the current trajectory, that's where drip would end up. Now, as it turns out, I underestimated I'm happy to be proven wrong. The community or the sense of community, the people that are in this drip space. Obviously, there are toxic people in there. There are toxic people in all walks of life. But there are some solid people that have created community-based initiatives that have helped the price of drip rally. And I'm talking about YouTubers such as Drip Strategy with that guy LD and Scott the Investor. They do a lot of work to get things moving, like to try and get some money into the project and bring on board new investors. So there are a lot of people out there like that. On the flip side to that, there are people, I'm not even going to mention names because there's no point. There are people who would like to live in an echo chamber whereby everything you can't say anything bad against. Hang on a second, I need to close that. You can't say anything bad against drip. You're only allowed to say positive things about drip. You're not allowed to critique it. I like to approach things from a slightly open-minded perspective, if you know what I mean. Because if you just live in an echo chamber whereby you can only say positive things, it's almost, I don't know, that was like the minute you say something bad, you get shut down. I remember they tried something similar in 1930s Germany, and that didn't really work out, did it? You were only allowed to have one point of view. I will call out good things and I will call out bad things, and I stand by what I said. Drip, without the initiatives of these YouTubers, these positive influencers, doing their things like Guardians of the Reservoir and whatnot, I do believe it would have carried on that trajectory. I don't think that the developer has done a great deal up until this AMA the other day, where they've talked about drip, drop, draw, which I've read through the white paper. It looks quite good. The only thing that concerned me about it is the bit where 1% goes to marketing, which I know you can say, well, it's only 1%, but the marketing with drip, in my opinion, has been horrific. So 1%, you know, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? This is going to be positive from what I can see. Hopefully it'll work. There's no guarantees that it'll work. You can see that if we just go down to the hourly time frame, you can see on the chart that there has been like a sort of positive reaction in sentiment wise. This was like prior to the announcement. You can see it's pumped up and then stabilized. I believe the talk was, when did he talk? When he actually spoke, it didn't have much of an effect. It was all like the hype was beforehand. But when he spoke, it didn't really have much of an effect, in that with his usual AMAs, he talks about what is coming, but he doesn't give exact dates, and I think that frustrates people. It certainly frustrates me, because it looks like an initiative that could help to drive the price of drip up. So what other points do I want to make? So when I made that video, I've just stated that, the Forex Shark, the developer, I've made a video about less talk, more action. So he needs to actually, I would have liked to have come on the mic on Friday and said, yep, it's good to go, it's ready to go. But all he's done is released this white paper, which looks good. There are a couple of flaws in it, I believe. I don't want to go through that now because I don't want to talk for hours. But it looks, on the whole, very, very positive. And hopefully it will launch soon. But he has this habit of saying that something's coming and then you wait for a long time and it actually doesn't come to pass. Now this, I'm told, and I've read, that it will be launched much sooner than we thought, and I hope that's true. I'll keep an open mind, like I said before. But we've heard this before with what have we heard about Scratchies? That's been spoken about for a year. The Fiat on and off ramp, that's been spoken about for a year. Nothing's come of it. The new UI, again, these things they're talked about, but nothing's happened. But I'm going to keep an open mind. I'm not going to stand here and insult anyone or call anyone a liar. That's not my place. I'm in no position to judge anyone. I don't know their life. I don't know their backstory. I'm going to say what I believe, and do it in the best way possible. Articulate myself in the best way possible without trying to upset anyone. Because as I've always stated, this guy, who I actually quite like, he has talked about my decades of trading experience, and I said that this would happen. At the time I made that video about drip going to 18 cents, I also mentioned, or if I didn't mention, I should have done, there are a hell of a lot of maxed out wallets now. or there were at the time. And also price is well below pre-sale price, which doesn't really bode well. So yeah, there's definitely nuance to what I was saying. It wasn't just a black and white video. There was a lot more to it than just that. So Lane Gaming, I'm going to link your channel down below because I think you're actually a decent human being, and if you were offended by the video I made about drip, then I can only apologise. That wasn't my intention. It was just me. I believe that you need to hear both sides of any argument. You can't just have people out here saying that drip is, or anything, any project is the best project out there, and not have people critique it. I mean, you have to look at it like this. You think of it, we're like shareholders in something. Say Coca-Cola, for example, the share price of Coca-Cola was tumbling. Investors would like to know what's going on, and they would rightfully question it. So there would be board meetings, there'd be all sorts of stuff going on behind the scenes and revealed. They'd have to make public announcements. Obviously in DeFi it's a slightly different industry, and you're not getting those announcements. Also, I also get asked a lot. Sorry, I should script my videos. I'm just going off on one here. I also get, why don't you cover other DeFi projects? The reason being, this is the only one I'm still left in. I've exited all the other DeFi protocols that I've been in, and the majority of my investments are in actual cryptocurrency projects, FX trading and property, which are my primary source of income. So that's the reason I only talk about drip. I think I'm pretty much finished. I'm sure there was more I wanted to say, but my mind's gone a little bit blank and I'm actually starving hungry. But yeah, like I said, just keep an open mind with these things. Don't just believe everything everyone tells you, and you need to allow yourself to, the ability to have critical thinking. That was an awful sentence. You have to be able to think critically. You can't just accept everything that's told to you on a plate and say, yep, that's true, that's definitely a fact, that's going to happen. Like, for example, I'm looking at this chart now and I can see that there's a bearish divergence across the highs on the MACD. So could we have a pullback? Possibly, but we're above the 50 and the 100. So, but this technical analysis stuff, it doesn't work in the same way on crypto as it does on FX. As I'm learning, I have not mastered. I am working on a 15-minute scalping strategy on Bitcoin, which I might reveal at some point. But I really am just going on without making much of a point. I've said what I wanted to say. I've responded to why I made the video. I've said that this Lane character is actually a decent person. I'm not going to insult anyone. What else did I want to say? Yeah, hopefully this drip drop draw will be launched soon. I'm going to wrap it up for there. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Sorry about waffling on, but I just wanted to respond to the chap. Okay, so have a good day. Bye for now. Jesus.